How's it going, people? And well, good evening if you're watching this right now. This is breaking news on Inquire Mobility. I'm your host, Artie. This is Bike Talk, and with me right now is Jobert Bolanos. JB, how you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling very good, pretty good actually. The,
Right?
the,
I guess
the, the news was overwhelming.
that's it's great. That is great. You know what? In case you haven't heard yet, the motorcycle barrier is no longer in effect. The law requiring people to use motorcycle barriers is no longer in effect, and it's literally just broke in the news 2.5 hours ago. JB, would you care to elaborate on what happened exactly and when did it happen?
I believe they were coming out of the meeting with the Metro Manila Mayor's Council. And coming out of that meeting, they made the announcement that the barriers for people living in the same household is no longer required. So, which means if you're going to be carrying someone outside of that household, you will still be needing the barriers. I think they're preparing for the motorcycle taxi getting into the assistance for our commuters because they're already ferrying for free frontliners.
That is great.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but the main gist of it all is for those who live together. Okay, regardless if they're your wife, your daughters, your sons, your parents, as long as they're from the same address or same household, the
You know
barrier
that.
is no longer required.
That is like a mountain-sized thorn that's taken out of the chest of the motorcycle riding public.
It's
That is
actually
definitely
more
great
of
news.
yeah, it's actually more of their they put back our heads after being blown off.
That's right. I really would like to congratulate everybody who's what do you call this? Contributed a voice into this this drive, this motion to make common sense once again prevail. And it goes to show that if the voices are loud enough, the government will listen to reason, right? And
Yes, and they
logical heads,
should.
yeah,
Uh,
logical heads will prevail,
yeah,
and
and
that,
they should actually learn to do it a little bit earlier next time.
yeah,
A little bit earlier, but again, we don't go by just mere opinion. There's always a study behind it. Someone
yeah,
has come up with very logical, technical, medical points to argue this. Doctors, engineers, manufacturers, and then you also have the legislators, the governors, the mayors, the senators, the congressmen, and even other policymakers that also contributed in the fight against having the barrier be part of your right to carry a passenger because it's already discovered in other countries that the safest form of transportation right now against this pandemic is a motorcycle because number
there
one
you
you
go.
avoid number one you avoid the crowding in the commuting stations, the terminals.
Yes,
Some vehicles are forced to carry more passengers than they should. You're
yes,
sitting down where others have sat down. You're holding onto the rails where others have held onto. So,
right.
and of course, you're breathing the same air within a confined
Yeah,
space.
especially if it's like air
So,
conditioned and enclosed, right?
yeah, and the fact that motorcycle riders already use a helmet and then you match it with a face mask. So you're already wearing PPE. Okay. So we have the most protection as far as any other commuter is concerned. So other countries have realized this. Finally, the Philippines have realized this. But again, the barrier came in between that issue. Now that barrier is taken out of the equation for those living together. The next step is how to get the motorcycle taxi community to help ease the problem of our commuters because it's really not enough. They're having a
Yes,
hard time,
it's
and I believe it's
overwhelming.
also contributing to the infections going around.
That's definitely true. And again, I would like to say that so many people from different walks of life, different professions, like you said, engineers, medical professionals, legislators, the multitude of motorcycle riders, even those who do not ride motorcycles, joined in on the effort to make this
Yes.
happen. So and it's like it's very encouraging with
We
regard
should do
to.
this more times.
You bet, you bet. I think
Yeah.
it's so hard to contain the elation.
Mhm.
I am giddy myself because this is like a good sign. This is a very very good sign, not
Yep.
only on the issue of motorcycles, but on the many issues that plague our country today. And
Yeah.
so it's a very good big step. It's a good
Mhm.
first step to making things right.
Yep.
And it's a very bright light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak,
Yes.
and
Yes. And
everybody can
there's
ride towards it without a barrier.
yep. There's just a little bit, a few more kinks that we need to iron out. But they already listened to us, so there's no reason for them to
Yes.
continue listening. So we
Right.
hope to be able to fix everything, lay it downright. And our organization, MRO, has actually even started a Habal watch drive because we fear that the illegal Habal operations may impede the decision that was made just tonight.
Yes.
So, in participation and in appreciation to what the task force allowed us, we will be doing a Habal watch, and we will be reporting every bit of information that we can get with evidence to the agencies that are involved in this.
Exactly, and that goes to show that it's not really going against what the government is imposing. It's also showing support and
Yes.
complementing their efforts to eradicate this huge situation we're in with the pandemic and all that. So
Hmm.
fantastic. That's good to know. Going down to the nitty gritty.
Hmm.
So now we are required. I mean, those who are riding in tandem, with a back rider in pillion
Hmm.
style, required to wear a full face helmet and a mask
Yes.
inside. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, and
So
that's where the kinks are. So, majority of the people who owns motorcycles, not all of them owns a full face helmet, and a
right,
full face helmet can set you back. Uh, a good one would
a
set you
good
back
one.
around 2,500 pesos, and that's
Yes.
way too much spending right now for the people. So we are trying to appeal to the task force to allow half face or three quarters face or open face helmets, as long as the shield that's built into it reaches up to the chin area. Okay,
Covers the
because there
entire
are
face.
shields that only reach up to the nose part, but it has to reach down to the chin to be allowed, instead of full face helmets. Because
It has the
while
same
wearing
effect.
full face,
Yes.
yeah, while wearing full face, you wouldn't know if they have a mask on.
Right.
So that's also
Good point.
very important for us. And it
That is
would.
good. That is a good decision. Actually, I mean, this good suggestion. Well,
Mhm.
while it does not really provide the same protection in terms of crashes compared to a full face helmet, it also, but it actually serves the purpose as a face shield, because
Yes.
if people can go around wearing surgical masks and eye protection like goggles,
Hmm.
it is having a face shield and a face mask actually is even better protection.
Yep.
So that is what I guess what you'll be sort of like pushing in terms of the next
Yes.
thing that we'll be asking for that be amended.
Yeah, we actually already sent the appeal already to three agencies. The National Task Force have been sent a letter already, and we also sent a letter over to the Metro Manila Mayor's Council. We also sent a letter out to Senator Bongo and members of DOTR and IATF. So we already started with it, so that we can get this ironed out as soon as possible, because those who are excited fail to read the details of what is on the news, and they may come out tomorrow wearing their half face helmets, and they might get apprehended for
Right.
not knowing the details. So to avoid that, we want people to also, just to make sure that the policy is not, to let anyone just go out on the street just like that. There are
Exactly.
still strict protocols. You still have to be an
Exactly. To follow.
APOR. Yeah, you still have to be an APOR. You have to have a purpose in going out. Uh, the back rider at least must be an APOR, a valid APOR.
Can you
So
give me the exact meaning of that acronym?
APOR, person of approved person of, I forgot the R, but
Okay.
these are for workers.
All right. All
So
right.
those who need to go to work, those who are going to hospitals to get
Right.
medical
So
checkups. Yeah.
right. So it's basically proof that you're an essential worker, that you have to
Yeah.
be out there and that you are
Yeah.
allowed
The
by
need
law.
is essential and not just for leisure. So people who intend to just go around, take a ride, that is still not allowed. So
Right.
you have to have a reason for you to be out and to be carried by a rider. Other than that, we have to apply strict protocols and make sure that this is not abused.
Right? So, sa mga kababayan natin na, medyo talagang nagbubunyi ngayon, wag po tayong sumakay agad ng, ng hindi nagbabasa ng, mga detalye.
Yes.
I-verify po natin ang mga impormasyon na ating pagbabasihan sa ating pagsakay muli
Yep.
kinabukasan o sa araw na ito. So, immediately in effect, no longer required ang
Starting
motorcycle
tomorrow.
barrier.
Yep, that's starting tomorrow. So, wag niyo hong kakalimutan, you have to bring your papers, your passes, proof that you are going to work, or
Yes.
proof that you are doing something on the essential level, because if you have nothing to show, you will get apprehended.
Yes. And of course, kailangan rin nating intindihin parehong panig ang
Yes.
maaaring hindi makaintindi ng kumpleto.
Yes.
Even the enforcers should be able to, actually, this is fresh news, it's breaking news. So, marami ang hindi rin medyo makakaintindi masyado from the side of the law
Mhm.
enforcement, di ba? So,
Mhm.
be prepared na lang.
Yeah.
Maghanda tayo. Ilabas ang inyong, pruweba na kayo'y magkasama sa isang
Yeah.
bahay, di
Your
ba?
IDs, tapos yung work office certificate or certificate of employment. So to show that you're going to work. Now, if you're an essential person, let's say you do services, like for example, aircon services. So they have to show proof that they do that type of work and you're an essential worker, or your ID if you're a frontliner. So all these things that will prove that you have the right to be out and you're not just, going around for leisure or
Yes.
para makapamasyal lang, we are still in a quarantine situation.
Yes.
GCQ is still a quarantine. So
You bet.
everyone, this is not your passes so that you can make gala or,
Or, yeah,
go
tagay na, di
to
ba? Hindi muna.
hindi to ganon, ano.
Exactly.
So we have to show them that we deserve this, that
Tama
we
yan.
do not intend to abuse it. So dapat
Exactly.
mag-ingat and be prepared, and wag tayong pasaway.
Right? So yung mga, in the motorcycle riding community, gawin po natin ang lahat para hindi ma-undermine o kumbaga talagang pagsisihan ng mga gumawa ng desisyon na ito na pinabayaan muling gumala at
That
medyo mag-break ng rules, so to speak.
Yeah, that's
So
that's right.
yeah, naalala ko lang yung mga naka open face o naka quarter face or maaari namang ma-upgrade yan by buying a different visor, di ba? Parang modular yan eh. Yung iba nakakabitan ng, you can just buy the
Yeah.
visor, not new helmet.
Well, majority of helmets come with a visor. People just choose to remove it kasi it's all scratched up na. Meaning palitin na rin yung helmet. Kasi remember guys, your helmet has a lifespan. And
Yes.
the lifespan is no longer than 5 years. So if luma na rin yan, kailangan ng palitan. But again, we are still appealing to allow the open face or half face helmets basta't may shield siya in front.
Yes.
Now, kung wala kayong shield, you can actually buy spare parts for your helmet, especially
Yes.
the ones approved by DTI. The suppliers, manufacturers, stores may have this in stock. So kung wala talaga, sorry, but that is the requirement. It has to come with a shield, because without a shield, you're not protecting yourself completely.
Right. At kahuli-hulihan, ang ikalat po natin ay ang tamang impormasyon.
Yes.
Tulungan po natin ang ating mga kasama sa pagsakay ng motorsiklo na educate them, help them understand and get the full details of this new development and this victory for the riding community na, yun na nga, hindi yun basta-basta na ganun lang. Meron pa rin mga rules na kailangan sundan ng
Yes.
tama. So,
And
Jobert, thank you so much for being on the show on such short notice, and congratulations to everyone
everyone who contributed. Thank you then
exactly
sa inyong lahat.
who lent a voice to this effort, and it was heard. And now there's a major development, and it's just a big first step, and a lot more positive things can happen. So,
Yeah.
yep. Thanks, JB, and congratulations to all. And yeah, ride safe.
Thank you, Artie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Once again, this has been Artie for Bike Talk on Inquirer Mobility. I'll catch you on the next episode. Please ride safe. See ya.